Hey everybody, Al Puglisi Trains. I promised you that I would be doing an ongoing series on the What Could Have Been series cars Howard Zane's created. These are cars that don't have a prototype, they are creations that Howard has made. And they could have a prototype, and they're very unusual and they are works of art. And I featured a few of them on the channel yesterday, and I want to show you some more. So behind me is over couple hundred of these cars that are for sale. And if you see anything you like, please contact me at the email address I'll have below in my link, alpug1 at verizon.net. But let me show you what I've got and let's talk to Howard about them. Howard, how are you today?
You keep asking me that. I'm fine. I haven't died yet. Jesus Christ. I'm fine. I told you this is like a Saturday. What could be better? I'm playing with choo-choos.
Yeah, today is Monday.
Yeah, today's Monday. Yeah, so
Today
a
is
couple of days.
Show us your what could have been series.
Oh, there's so many. I mean, I got it broken into passenger cars, freight cars, gondolas, flats, whatever, and work cars. What we have over here are a small sampling of some of the work cars I built.
All right.
These are the small little critters. Now, everything I build, Al, is made out of basswood. They all have Proto 2000 trucks. The bigger ones have Central Valley, and they all have KD5 couplers. I said 5 because the 58s I find don't work well. So I use number 5s, sort of like a universal coupler. What's also unusual on these is that this is kind of a small detail, but up here, you see these handrails. I started using the HO ones, and you couldn't see them. They were too small.
Oh, good.
So these are O-scale handrails, but they
wow.
look great. They fit perfectly. So everything, and the ladders, of course, are HO scale.
So these are all real railroads, obviously.
All real. All the decals come from K4 decal, and they are prototypically correct. The railroads. The cars are not, and that's why I call it the What Could Have Been series.
Right.
I'm guided by my love of John Allen and his work.
Right.
And one of John's famous quotes, and I said this before, I think in one of your earlier videos, is that no matter how bizarre or strange your model may be, rest assured there was probably a prototype for it. And then again, the hobby is about limitless imagination. John Allen, as I said before, was the epitome of limitless imagination. Today, modelers are fine, they're wonderful people, I love them all, but they seem to have evolved into prototype. Everything has to be like the prototype. And they don't build stuff anymore. They buy stuff off the shelves which are prototypically correct, like Tangent and Intermountain, Red Caboose, and so forth. And these are beautiful cars. They're just plastic. They're manufactured in runs of thousands. And even though I could say they're toys, they're not toys, because that would be demeaning the people that buy them. It's just a different thing.
Right.
Now, I belonged to a club in Jersey, actually, when I was in the service. And if you showed up with anything plastic, they would run you out of the hall. Get the hell out of here. The only thing that was allowed that was not handmade were brass locomotives. Possibly Bowser kits, or then it was called Penline. If you built a beautiful Penline model, you were allowed. But I remember one fellow showed up with some River Rossi passenger cars, and I felt sorry for the poor dumb son bitch. I mean, they just be-rutted him, and out he went. He never came back. And that's not me at all. I mean, it's just something else. I'm just not that person. So anyhow, I started this during the COVID period. I needed something to do, so I built about 300-400 of these cars, maybe more. I haven't counted them. I did sell 138 to folks that come over for visiting.
Okay.
And they seem to be quite happy. But I have not taken them to a show because I didn't do any shows during the COVID period, nor my physical condition now, because, see, I'm in this Alta Cockamobile.
Right.
And I have a back condition that I can't walk, but I'm a happy camper. And I might get fixed up. I'm going for a shot Thursday. And if I need surgery, whatever. But I'm still quite happy.
Right.
And anyhow, so we're over here, we're gonna break these down into a series. These are the small work cars. This is only a small sampling. There's a whole boatload of these cars and various railroads. The smaller ones now are $225 each.
Okay. So everything here is $225
and this
each.
pile here, and all similar. Any of this, these are 40 footers, maybe 45.
Right.
Then as we get into 50 and the 50 footers are a little more.
Right. Let me grab one, Howard, and show us your.
This is Central Jersey. Now, It's you can see it's all they all have underbody details. Everything as shown before is signed by me.
Right.
Now I can't physically sign it; it'd be ridiculous. So I
But
have
there's a
little
plaque.
placards made. I have,
Right.
yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
it's all the figures are weathered prizer, and all the details in it.
Grab that gory and defeated one for John Allen. Right?
This one here.
Yeah. That's number
Well,
6.
This is not weathered. I haven't got around to it yet. But then again, there are people, Al, that would rather have it unweathered.
Right.
My dad, for example, had an absolutely beautiful layout. Everything was weathered and beautifully, except the rolling stock. He kept that the same. And as you look up in these shelves here, you probably showed that was all that stuff, all the top shelf, all the way around the house.
Yeah.
It took me
Lord.
I had to rent a 16-foot truck to get out and pick it all up.
Right.
Which I found 17 years later after he passed.
Well, let's look.
You're not high enough.
No, I got it. Let's grab number 7 and see that.
7 is Totopa and Tidewater. That is an actual railroad out west.
Wow. And let's see the underside of that one. That
again, it's gray.
Look at the underside. And there's your Howard Zane black. And God, look at all the detail.
Now, I'm not sure even the piping is correct. I don't know.
Right.
But I don't give a damn.
Right.
Because I'm not a prototype modeler. It looks good. It makes sense. It seems to work. And all the primary things. Your air tank is there. Your all the stuff you would need. The I can't think of the nomenclature now.
It's a handmade. It's completely scratch built.
Oh yeah, there are some commercial parts. Right. The ladders come from Tichy. These I can't remember where I got those. Some of the doors are Tichy and parts, and the steps are Calscale.
Do you know, folks, when you take a look at this, you're going to spend not including the parts, not including the trucks, not including the couplers or the $2 a pop Preisner figures. You're going to spend all day labor working on something like this.
Oh, more than that. Oh,
yeah, or more than that. Oh. And, so you might say, oh, well, $225, but it is what it is. You're buying a work of art here.
Put on hold for a second.
Go ahead, Howard. I'm going to talk about these. And let's pause. Hey, Howard. Howard, I know you love sales calls. Tell our viewers how many sales calls we get a day.
Oh, shit. A lot.
It's terrible,
Well,
folks.
there's a lot of scams going on. The worst scam you got to watch out for is when somebody says, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" And if you say yes, they're going to use that to have you purchase a bunch of unwanted shit.
That's right, folks. Be real careful.
Be careful. So I get a lot of scams because they know I'm 85. They have a listing of old farts, and I'm considered an old fart.
Wow.
But I'm not going to put up with the scams.
Right.
Now, I usually use my favorite sayings, which you know what that is.
Yeah, we can't repeat that on this video.
That.
Well, let's get back to these cars. I just want to show you. Again, these are all $225. And
again, they're all K4 decals.
Wow. And
now, again, I can't say enough good things about K4 Decal Company. They don't even know I exist because I ordered a bunch, but I'm probably just another customer. But when credit is due, credit should be paid, and people should know about it. Their decals are just incredibly good.
K4
Decal Company.
Okay, and you can find them on the internet.
Online, yeah.
Just type in K4 decals.
There you go.
Model railroad decals. All right, now there is another group of cars that are similar. These are a little bit bigger. These are $275 each.
No, $275 on it. That's fine.
And I want to show you guys. Howard, tell us about this thing. Blows my mind. This is, I too am a gory and defeated.
Now, these also have Central Valley trucks, which are worth about $25 a pair. That's another reason why the price is higher, because of the trucks. Now, this is not weathered. Of course, I got the gory and defeated decals.
Right.
Now, I'm not sure I'm not sure who owns the name. Comback might own gory and defeated now, but then again, whatever.
Right.
I don't think anybody's going to go after me because I'm selling a gory and defeated car.
Right. That's hand built. That's constructed.
Now, John Allen had nothing that looked like. Actually, that's not true. He had cars that looked like this. He used to have these cars with sway backs, and it was unusual as hell. It was totally imaginative. And so I honor him with this. I've got a lot of cars downstairs.
Let me.
Love Corey in the future.
I love this car, folks. This has got my
But again,
name.
what rises the prices up are the Central Valley trucks.
Right. Well, the labor too. These take a little more.
Well, a little bit more, not that much. It's mainly trucks.
She's got a high clearance, so.
Yeah, I like large cupolas. The Yosemite Valley kind of inspired me with the high cupolas on the conversion.
So, if any of you all are interested in this, I can give you the measurements.
That will clear. It clears my tunnels.
Right. I don't know if it would clear.
Well, I can cut it down.
Yeah, I'd have to cut.
I know how to do that. If anybody has a problem, they buy the car and says, "Can you make it shorter?" Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. That is so unique.
There ain't nothing I can't fix.
And then this one again. This one's
strange one.
275. The Seaboard.
Yeah. Again, it has the Central Valley trucks.
God. Just rotate this. Man alive. Again, these things could have existed. They look like maybe they did exist, but that's the whole point.
One of my favorites is the one behind, Delaware and Hudson.
All right, I'm going to give this to you and let you talk about this one.
Well, again, it has the Central Valley trucks. I would call this heavy weathering, but it has a lot of people in it.
Wow.
They all have the same thing, the underbody detail, which is my, the way I see it.
Right.
I can't follow a scheme because I'm making this up. There's no
Right.
prototype, so I don't know how the piping would be. But I have all kinds of airlines and stuff like that in there.
Wow, let me take a look and just, again, folks, really beautiful HO. Really interesting. Again, we're going to be featuring a lot of these on the channel, folks.
Well, there's a lesson here, Al. There are a lot of young people getting into the hobby, and people who have been in the hobby, millennials and so forth. You got to remember, I'm from the greatest generation. Even though I had nothing to do with World War II, but I was alive, born in 1938. However, we had more fun only because we built trains and then we built layouts. Today, people buy trains and build layouts, which again is fine because the stuff you buy is beautiful. But to me personally, I get no thrill out of buying something that's 1 out of 5,000 and putting it on a layout made out of plastic. I can't call them toys because they're not toys. They're mass-produced items that are beautiful,
Right.
but it's not wood. When you build something, there's such a if you build your own thing, there's such a thing as pride, which is important to me.
Right.
And that is, people are missing out on this.
Yeah, the patina of, it's hard to explain.
It's hard to explain. There's a certain panache to a wooden car that you'll never, ever get out of plastic. Now, I used to do this in styrene. And I used to build Westwood cars and Sunshine cars that were, an F and C.
And they're great cars.
Resin cars.
Right.
And the better you made them look, the more it looked like a plastic car.
Right.
So I stopped doing that.
Wow.
Because it didn't look like a wooden car. You can't get that wood. The only way you can get a wooden car to look like a wooden car is to build a thing out of wood.
Wow.
Does that make sense to you?
It does, because the structures.
Now, 90% of today's modelers will think I'm nuts. And I never claimed that my groundhog was fully baked.
Right.
But that's fine. I like big enough.
And folks, each one of these comes in a special car, a special box that have the photograph on it. Howard Zane Customs. We ship these things.
You ship these things.
Right. I ship.
You earn your commission.
Right. These things are shipped on priority mail, and we're continental U.S. only at this time. Anyway, folks, I'm going to end the video, and if you see anything you like, please contact me at alpug1@verizon.net. Thanks so much for watching. All right,